sports. It's in the game.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. The NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. In motion left, Hardman. They run it again with Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Jets at 3-7 now in the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
In motion right is Wilson. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. On play action. Now Rodgers rolling to his right. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.A. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
You talk about this Jets defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
When actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. In motion left, Hardman. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 38.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Ready.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now it's Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Hey, 626.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
In motion left, Hardman.
Get 300. Get 300.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. In motion right, that's Wilson. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That gain on 3rd down. Good for 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Rodgers wants to change the look. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Jets. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
21G.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. Now Tua. He dumps it off to A-Chain. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. Tua to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give left side to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fighting his way through contact. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
All right, come on.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the 1st half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the 2nd half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st down, Miami.
And Wilson in motion left. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Left side, Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. In motion right is Wilson.
Go to 50. Hey, you back north. Take 30. Hey, take 26.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
88.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this returnable for Hill. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 and now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
20, TX.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. H.A. now up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon H.A. hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taylor now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
26.
On play action, it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
50. Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. To the sideline and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Jumbo!
Rodgers again now. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. In motion right, that's Wilson. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Go, go.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And Tua is going to change things up. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that one going to come up short, low throw. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page. quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Throw caught by A-Chain. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Dolphins. Foster Moreau from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fighting through at the 25. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep.
And got his man complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
In motion, Hill.
21G. 21G. Hey.
Tua now on first down. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Tua.
16-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Braxton Berrios. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the Jets have got it. Well, fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93%.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 65 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Rodgers throwing here. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. To throw is Rodgers. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. This is first and 10. Throwing Tua. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Clock at 30 seconds. Second and 10. Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Now Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now Rodgers. He'll buy. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't